Aditya. Nice to have you in Cannes. Do you like Cannes?
Yeah, it's nice weather and yeah, it's fun. It's like a circus. So I've been here a few times before. This time, first time that I had a film in the selection, and it's a bit crazy, but it's a lot of fun. You just have to go with it. Yeah.
How does it feel for you as an independent filmmaker to have your film in the screening program here in Cannes?
Oh, it's an honor. Cannes is a very prestigious film festival. If you're a filmmaker, not even independent, any filmmaker, it's always an honor to be chosen by Cannes. We're very happy. I was very surprised. You said nobody thinks they're going to get into Cannes, so it's a nice surprise. Yeah.
Let's talk about the film that you present here, 10 Years Thailand. What is the message that you as a Thai citizen and you as a director want to transmit to the Thai audience and international audience?
10 Years Thailand is an omnibus film. Omnibus means that it's 4 directors. So each director makes one short film and then we put it together. So I directed one of the parts. But in general, the entire thing, the entire project is to imagine our country 10 years from now. That's why it's called 10 Years Thailand. So it's to imagine Thailand 10 years in the future. And so the message is a political film, is that in Thailand right now we have a military dictatorship. So it's a military government. So it's not normal. It's supposed to be a democracy, but democracy was suspended in 2014. And so the military took over the country, and so right now it's a dictatorship. So it's not normal. So I think that in times that it's not normal, I think that filmmakers, artists, people really have if they can, they should think about the future. If they can, they should say something. And for us, we are filmmakers, so it gives us an opportunity to say what we feel through cinema, through film. And so, I don't know if it would change the world, but I say that as filmmaker, we have a chance to make a film. And if the film is seen by the Thai people, we hope that it will sort of get people thinking, start a dialogue, and almost like a warning that if you don't take the country into your own hands, in 10 years from now, things can be much worse than it is today.
So as you said, this project is a continuing project after the Hong Kong, 10 years of Hong Kong, and that was caused by the umbrella movement, right? How did you personally and the other directors decided to work on this project, and why? And why 4, not 5?
Yeah, so 10 Years began as a Hong Kong project, and it was made in 2015, and it was very successful in Hong Kong. So after the success, the Hong Kong producers contacted me and they said that you want to do the same concept in Thailand. And the concept is the same thing, is to ask a few directors to make a film 10 years, about Thailand 10 years in the future. And I said, yeah, it would be interesting to do because we're going through a lot of political conflict right now. So I think that if we live in a different time and everything was peaceful and there's nothing to talk about, maybe I would have said no to the project. But because we're living in a not normal time, I think that it's a good opportunity to make a film about this. So I said yes, and I asked a few filmmakers to get together. It's a good question. At first we had 5, but then we made the film, and everybody went to make their own film. We didn't talk about each other's project. Everybody went to make their own film, and at the end, we came back and we watched everybody's film, and then we decide which one will be first, second, third, and fourth. And the 5th director didn't finish the film yet, so we left it out. So we only came to Cannes with 4 films.
What about your part that you've directed called Sunset? What was the most difficult and the good and bad about it?
My part, well, I can say the idea for my part came from a real event, real situation. It happened 1 year ago, where a bunch of soldiers went to an art gallery and they asked the artist to take down some photos that they thought were offensive. So it's a form of censorship. And when it was in the news, the photo that I saw from the situation was the photo of a soldier standing in an art gallery. and I thought it was a very powerful photo because you don't normally associate soldiers with art galleries. So when I saw it together, it was a very interesting photo. So I made my film based on this event. I basically just filmed, I recreated this event because I think that it talks about censorship, it talks about control and loss of freedom of speech by the military government. And I thought it was an interesting situation to look at it, but not from the point of view of the artist or the soldier, but from the point of view of the driver, the most junior person there. You know, because in Thailand, whenever the army or the government censor something, they always say that it's a danger for people to see this. And I want to see whether or not it's actually a danger for just a normal people to see this. What do normal people think about that?
Yeah, thank you. And we know that the film was financed through crowdfunding.
Some of it was, yeah.
Did you have offers through private investors to finance the film? And if you did you, I don't know, can I ask what is the percentage of the crowdfunding and the private investors?
Yeah, so to finance the film, we had, it's a 3-country production, so it's Thailand, Hong Kong, and Japan. The crowdfunding is a very small percentage of it, but the crowdfunding is just because we think that since the concept of the film is about our country, it involves the future of everybody. So we thought that it's an interesting way to fund the film is to allow anybody to donate to the film, because it's especially this film, because most film is just entertainment film. You know, it's like a horror ghost film or a love story or romantic comedy, a commercial film. So commercial film is just a commercial film. There's nothing wrong with it. But this film is not really a commercial film. It's more a film that's talking about a certain political situation that affects everybody in the country. So we thought that crowdfunding would be an interesting way to have anybody who wants to be a part of the financing of the film. So it's more sort of like image is a way to say that this film belongs to everybody. It can belong to anybody who wants to own part of it. Yeah.
Do you think after the Hong Kong, Japan, now Thailand, they followed the same path with 10 years? Do you think it will become a global phenomenon, global movement?
I don't know. We're just sticking with Asia for now. So the first one is in Hong Kong, and then Thailand, Japan, Taiwan. And so the original producer is not me. The original producer is the Hong Kong producer. So I think that the Hong Kong producer will start to talk to other Asian countries. But definitely, like any country, it doesn't even need to be in Asia, but every country has its own problems, has its own political problem. And so any country can use this idea to talk about the problems in their country, in your country, in everybody's country. Yeah.
What do you think about the program of the festival, particularly the Cannes Film Festival? Do you think that the selection of films must be more with the political context? Maybe films in competition should include at least one film with the political content?
I'm not sure. I mean, I can't speak for the selection committee, but...
Your opinion, your personal opinion. Do you think today is it more relevant than commercial movies that just go for sale?
Well, I don't think that the Cannes Film Festival selection has to be political, but I think that the Cannes Film Festival selection should not concentrate all on commercial. It should celebrate auteur, so the author of the film. So I think that Cannes Film Festival, what makes it special is that throughout its history, it always championed the author. Yeah, so whether it's commercial or not is more secondary. The first, and whether it's political or not is secondary. I think that the most important thing is that the authorship, that the film is made by the author. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and do you think your film will be released in Thailand?
We hope so, but it could be censored. Yeah, we have to bring it into Thailand. We need to go through a censorship board, and because we have a lot of publicity from the Cannes premiere 2 nights ago, we think that we will try to bring it into Thailand in the summer, but we will see whether or not it passes the censorship or not. Yeah.
What would you say to young filmmakers, independent filmmakers, like giving them advice on how to produce their films? focusing their attention more into the commercial outcome, or focusing their attention more into what they really want to say to convey the message, or to think how to sell the film once it's done, or how to show to the audience so they can see what the filmmaker wants to say truly.
My advice would be that I think every filmmaker should find and do the thing that they're best at. Every filmmaker is different, and everybody is good at something, at a certain thing. If you happen to be lucky, the thing you're good at is also commercial, but sometimes the thing you're good at is not commercial. But it doesn't really mean that you can suddenly change and be a commercial filmmaker. If you, by nature, who you are, if your film, your style is not very commercial, you should still do it because you're the best at doing that thing. You should not try to copy somebody else, because if you try to copy somebody else and you're not yourself, somebody else would do it better than you. The only film in the world that you're going to be the best at doing is your own film. And then, so I think that everybody should do the thing that they're best at. And then when the film is finished, then you see whether or not the audience will want to see it. Yeah.
Just tell your story and then see what happens.
I think so. Yeah, I think everybody should try to be the best at who they are. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.